Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now the CBBI is sitting at 41, which is really, really low. Basically, we have lost this 45 low down here that we put in the summer as well. So right now we are obviously coming down, but you can see historically, whenever we start to come down on this, it always offers opportunity. And this is one of the reasons why I don't think that this market is done. And a lot of people, get loads of hate and trolls and people like that. But like I said to you, I still think potentially, unless we lose structure and we start to come down and close below certain key thresholds right now, we're still in the corrective phase of a bull market. I'm going to show you why. And people think I'm crazy, people think I'm mad, but at this point here, this was proven as a corrective phase of a bull market because you put in two impulsive breaks to the upside, which we rolled together, huge whopping trades that I gave you when everyone was saying that this was a bear market. Okay, and this was a bear market coming down. I had Telegram groups, I had Twitter accounts, I had all sorts of things being set up trolling me that were proven wrong because it was a corrective phase. Okay, so right now I'm still telling you that potentially right here, given the indicators that I'm looking at, you are still in the corrective phase of a bull market, and people are giving into the fear and the FUD that this is actually a bear market. But right now there is a chance here, given structure, that we are not actually in a bear market, we are still in the corrective phase of a bull market. And one of the things that I like to look at here is this CBBI, and a lot of people say past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but look, it's got two cycles to look at the data to say that this is absolutely knob on. And what we've not done here in this bull run is absolutely get really overextended or have any kind of blow off top or mania sort of phase of a bull run, which we've always seen, okay, which is where your alts go insane, and things like that. And I know a lot of people are expecting some kind of retracement here, some kind of dead cat bounce, but I'm going to show you potentially that we're not going to get that, and potentially we're going to actually take out this low, okay, and we're going to come down, and we're going to come down to around about 25k. So that is a target that I'm looking at right now, around about 25k. I'm going to show you why, but that would actually give a massive tick to the fact that this is still a corrective phase of a bull market and not a bear market, or the bear rearing its head, so to speak. And the fact is that people are getting shaken out, and the weak hands are selling to the strong hands, and we're looking at accumulation in the top dog. The big whales are there, just keep buying, they keep lapping up these dips, okay, because what do they know? They pay the top analysts in the world that know what's going on, don't they, under the hood, basically. All of us, the technical analysts on YouTube, there's so many of us, it's all guesswork, obviously. But right here, there is a potential that this is still a wave 4. And I'm going to show you right now, even here, when we come down in the, I can't say it, the C word, and we had capitulation, had family and friends phoning me up saying, oh, Tom, we're going into a bear market. And I reassured them at that point, it's not a bear market, it's a corrective phase of a bull market. And that was proven right, and at that point when Bitcoin was down there at like 5k, people, family and friends were lapping it up and have rode it all the way up to the 60k target, and right here it came back in the bull run again. I had people messaging me, oh Tom, what's happening, is it a bear market? And I says, no, it's still a corrective phase of a bull market because you've not lost structure, okay. And right now it's rode it all the way back up, it's put in two beautiful impulsive breaks to the upside, and right now there is a potential, I'm not ignoring the fact that this could be a bear market, but I'm not ignoring the fact that this still it could be a corrective phase of a bull market. So I do see all the trolls, okay, and all the comments and all that, like you think I'm bullshitting or anything like that, but I've said to you the whole time, this is potentially still a corrective phase of a bull market, okay. And even if we do start to roll and come down, I'm going to show you, potentially right here, I don't want to see a dead cat bounce. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I don't want to see the dead cat bounce, because if we do see a dead cat bounce and start to come up and lose structure here from this point, which I'm going to show you in the charts in a moment, that to me signifies a bear market, okay. We're not getting anything yet to tell me, even though we're coming down and we're tracing and it's horrible, nasty and ugly, there's nothing there that's telling me that that's a bear market. It's still a corrective phase of a bull market, and it's really hard to get your head around, isn't it? But this is the way it works, okay. Just here coming up, we had that beautiful retracement here, we had that capitulation. Was it a bear market? No. So this is the thing that I'm looking at. This CBBI is an amazing indicator. I can't ignore this, okay. I can't ignore this. And if we do start to come down here all the way down to zero, sell your kids, sell the house, sell the car, just go all in on Bitcoin. But again, nothing I say is financial advice, but these drawbacks offer opportunity. And right now, on the weekly RSI, we're at the levels we were in the C dump and the previous bear markets. We're right down there. Does it mean that we can't go any lower? Of course it doesn't. Now there is a potential here, and I'm going to show you in the charts right now that potentially we are going to go lower, okay. And I'm going to show you a key level support which I want to see held for Bitcoin for me, which I do think that if it comes down to that, just put some cheeky bids in down there, okay. So right now I'm just going to take a look at the chart. So given this structure, I don't think we're cooked. We've not got cooked in this bull market. We've not got overextended. We've not had the parabola and the mania blow off top, which we've always seen, which I do still think is to come here for Bitcoin. I do think that we're looking at that at some point in the future, okay? And all of this cycle is proven to be really different. You know, we look at this and up, down. Oh no, bear market. Oh no, we're going to zero. You know, offered amazing opportunity, but people don't see it. So right now I'm going to show you in the charts what I'm looking at, okay? So looking at the charts here, I know it's bad, I know it's ugly, and we're coming down, you know, look at that, was that ugly and was that bad? Yes, at the time, you know, people are shitting themselves thinking we're going into a bear market, but we never did. That's still a corrective phase of a bull market. And you know, back then I wasn't making video for you lot, okay? And just here I says no, don't worry, you know, unless you come down and lose that low, which you had a wick down, which was a nasty wick down. But you know what, I found that target, and the reason I found that target too, straight away off the bat, because it was the impulsive 1618. So I was down there putting cheeky bids down there on the 1618 at 482 when we started to crash, because you lost this low. And right now I'm telling you, you know, if you start to come down here and you lose this low, you've got a 1618 target, but I don't think it'll get as nasty as that. If you start to come down and you lose this low, I don't think you're going to get as nasty as that. I've found a key level support, which I'm going to show you right now for Bitcoin, okay? And this would still be a corrective phase of the bull market. It wouldn't be a bear market. And I'm going to show you right now that to confirm that this is not a bear market, Bitcoin can't come up. It can't come up. It has to come down, because this to me is an expanded wave 4 flat correction, okay? Just like this was an ABC correction in wave 2, okay? So this is what I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin. One thing we've not got here as well on the weekly time frame is capitulation volume, which is what I'm looking at for a low. Now look at this low here, okay? Capitulation volume. Look at this low here, the C word, capitulation volume. Look at this low here when we came down in that previous bear market, when we got the blow off mania top for Bitcoin, okay? We came down, capitulation volume. Here we actually capitulated once we lost key support, okay? This descending triangle came down, lower low, lower highs, which we've not done any of that just yet, which is the structure I'm looking for to confirm the bear. Once we came down, capitulation volume. So right now what I'm looking for here for Bitcoin is capitulation volume. So this is why I do think potentially we're still going to come down and we're going to sweep them lows potentially, and I'm going to give you a key level support where I do think that that is the low in the bull market, and that's your corrective phase done before you hold it and start to come back up the stairs, okay? So what we don't want to see here is the bear market structure, which is something like this. We're coming down and start to come back up, creating a dead cat bounce, that right there, and start to come down. At this point, this is what I've been saying to you for the past weeks, okay? And I can't express to you, this is what I'm looking for. I've wrote on all the thumbnails and everything like that, but what I'm looking for is structure here. Look, just like this. Look, you come down, dead cat bounce, come down, dead cat bounce, come down, dead cat bounce, come down, dead cat bounce. Lower highs, you're losing structure, okay? This is the structure of a bear market. It's a depleting buying trend. Right here, we've not got this. We've got a capitulation event right here. This is actually good. This is what you want to see if you want to look at continuation, because capitulation, after each capitulation event, what happens, okay? We start to come down, and then we low ball out, and we start to come back up, okay? So we're not getting any of that right now. So what I'm looking for potentially is some kind of capitulation volume on the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin, where we get a massive body of capitulation volume come up, okay? That would signify your low in this bull market, okay? And at that point, the most important part here for Bitcoin is when it starts to come back up and retrace, okay, it has to come back in that retracement of that impulsive break, which will be a 1618 fib target, which I'll give you, okay, retracing to that high whenever it is or wherever it is. It's at that point that Bitcoin, if it starts to come down and loses a low that it puts in, there's your structure for a bear market. Do you understand that? This is not bear market structure, even though you're coming back, it's corrective. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So this still creates that the fact that this is a corrective phase of a bull market, as was this a corrective phase of a bull market, where you kept coming back to support, you held it, and you had the V shape out of there, okay? So right now this is a complex wave 2 correction, and right now this is potentially still a complex wave 4 correction of a bull market, okay? It is until it creates a structure of a bear market. Do you understand? Because look, this is bull market structure. You're coming up making higher highs. We've not got any bear market structure yet other than capitulation. So it's still a corrective phase of a bull market coming back to support. Now if you start to lose that support just there, you've got targets, okay? And I do suspect that you are coming down and you are going to lose this. Okay, so right now, off the bat, I'm going to tell you straight away, on the daily time frame, you've got a swing high cluster just there. I'm going to show you right now. So you've got a swing high just there, okay, do you see that, which is roughly round about 24k. Now coupled with that, there's a bit of confluence here that if you was to sweep out this low, okay, which could happen if we get a capitulation event here for Bitcoin and potentially coming down in 5 waves, if this is not done, because, you know, if we do start to come up at this point, okay, at this point we start to come up and do this, and start to come up like and do this, that's a descending triangle. You're rolling, you start to take out this low that you're creating for yourself there, you enter the bear market as your bear market confirmation, okay? Even though you rolled there, you're looking for confirmation of a bear market. This is still corrective. This was corrective, okay? This was impulsive, this is corrective. Do you understand? So you're coming back to support for the bear market confirmation. I can't express that to you enough, okay? Even though we're cascading losing support, this is still relatively healthy for Bitcoin to do such, because this is what you always see. Now, basically what we're looking for here is structure to hold, and obviously if we do start to capitulate and start to take out these lows down here, then this support down here needs to hold, which is a 1272 and this swing high cluster here. So there's somewhere around here that I do think that Bitcoin will find support, okay, and that will be your A, your B, and your potential C leg down. It's an expanded irregular flat correction, which is very common in wave 4 corrections right there, okay? So that's basically Bitcoin. I can't express to you enough that we're still corrective at the moment, okay, and we're still coming down. So, you know, I know a lot of people fearing and footing and think this is a bear market, but in actual fact it's still a corrective phase of a bull market, because look, this was a corrective phase of a bull market. We started to consolidate, went sideways, started to come back up and attack them lows. This wasn't a bear market because you never got an 85% drawdown there, which is what you usually get in a bear market. In actual fact, you had around about 72% with capitulation, okay? And right now, you know, in this segment here, we came up, we came down, we had a 50% correction for Bitcoin from there to there, okay, down in the summer, yeah, 50% bang on, which was the actual low there, and just there we start to come back up and impulsive, okay, which I said to you, this is a corrective phase, right? Just like I'm telling you, this is a corrective phase right now. Potentially coming back another 50%. Where would that take us? You know, you're sitting on it right now. But if you start to lose that low down there, then I would imagine you're coming down to the 1272 at an absolute minimal, which is 22776, which is equally the monthly 55 EMA, which is always a massive, massive level of support in a capitulation and a bear market when you lose structure, okay? So that would be a really, really strong area of support for me, the 55 EMA on the monthly time frame, and the 1272, which is equally that swing high there if you sweep these lows. And it could happen, you know, at any point where you start to capitulate in the week even and start to come down even deeper. Everyone thinks you're in the bear market, but there's your low. You consolidate and you start to come back up like you did here, coming down, oh shit, it's going to zero, consolidate, start to come back up over time, attacking the highs and taking it out, and you're not coming all the way down there to 10k, and it's not a bear market, it's a corrective phase of a bull market. Do you understand that? So, you know, down here in the previous bull run just there, let me show you, you know, all the way down here, this is the thing, you know, I had family and friends calling me up in the previous correction here, wave 1, wave 2, you know, from here to here. Let me show you right now. So that was a corrective phase down here, and at this point, you know, I had family and friends saying, oh shit, it's going to zero. I said, as long as you don't lose structure, okay, and take out them lows to stay, you're not in a bear market, okay, and you're looking at continuation, you're looking at a minimal 1618 target, you know, and I was sweeping these lows. I've just shown you how to find these lows because it was a 1618 fib. You start to come back up, confirming the uptrend, attacking this high because it's your wave 1 high. You start to come back up, take it out, boom. So none of this matters. This is noise, okay? This is your structure right now, okay? And you're starting to come back up. Do you see that? So you're still in a bull market. Do you understand that? You're just in a corrective phase of a bull market, like this sweeping the lows potentially. And people saying that this is a bear market, it's still a corrective phase of a bull market until you start to create that bear market structure. Do you understand? So yeah, that's basically Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. But we're looking for the support of the sweep lows here. We take out that. You're looking at 1272 target down there and the monthly 55 EMA as well. You know, and what we don't want to see is something like we come down like that, start to come back up and start to roll over, and then your bear market, isn't it? And this was a bear market. You know, this top was a bear market, and we're rolling into the depths here. And with that, you know, if you have your 85% drawdown, you're taking out that low, you're taking out that structure as well, and then you're rolling, and God knows where it's going to end. But so far so good. Take care everyone. Hope you enjoyed that little update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye everyone.